Hello, investors, and welcome back. Let's talk about SNDL. There was another delay. Should you be worried? Is this anything to worry about? I don't think so. I still think we're on track. Now, of course, this could have some fluctuations in the short-term price action, but I would say just stick it out. Towards the end of this month, we should still get the earnings results. For those of you that didn't know, I was in corporate audit for about 5 years. So from my perspective, we're going to go through this press release, this news release, this update, and I'm going to give you my perspective. Let's get straight into it. April 13th, April 12th, April 11th, April 8th. You can see this volume has just been slowing down. 62 million trading volume. It's like they knew. It's like everybody knew that this was going to be postponed because people have been pulling back. I thought this might be because more people were playing options, but we're not seeing that higher volatility in this trading volume. And I think it's just due to the sideways action, market volatility, and we've got a low price of 56 cents, 55 cents. This might in the pre-market try and test 61, 62. We'll take a look at the charts. Then it could pull back at the open of the market. You've seen it do this morning. Look for those patterns. For those of you that are wanting a play-by-play on this price action, I said it and I forgot it. I told you that I was going to add to my position once it got under 60 cents. That's what I did. I don't plan on selling. I'm going to be patient. I'm holding my shares. I am not messing with options on this one. So for those of you playing options, I'll just let you know. I would stay away from options. There's a lot of better option plays out there. I would say this is one where you want to accumulate shares, especially in this 50 cent range. And if it goes lower, this is just a buying opportunity, but I would wait, watch, and just be patient. And if it goes up, I would still hold my shares. Now let's take a look at FinViz just to see in comparison with that sector and industry, what happened. We had a 4% move today, which was pretty good. That's decent in comparison with what was happening in the sector and industry. You know, of course, you had a couple of other ones that were standing out. I mean, BioFrontier, I've talked about this one in the past. That had a really nice run. That's doing some very interesting things. So that really stood out to me. Now let's talk about the audit process. And from my perspective, I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening. First, there's a planning phase. And I would say there's 4 phases: the field work, the audit report, and then the follow-up review. Now, during the planning phase, typically they'll ask for some evidence and they'll have to support that evidence. And typically the business is trying to run operations with the number of personnel that they have, with everything going on in the company, and they're trying to fulfill all of these requests. And some of these requests can highly rely on key individuals. So this process is just taking longer and longer. And I don't know how well this process went, but you can see the planning phase is very important. I don't know how well the auditor did during that planning phase. Then they go into the field work, and it looks like they're postponing this field work, pushing it to the right because they just can't get it finished. So say it was a 3-week period. It looks like they're trying to turn it into a 6-week period just because there's so much information that they've requested possibly that they haven't gotten the evidence to properly go through what they need to go through, and this is their first time doing it. Now let's take a look at this filing that came out, this news release. It says external auditor has advised that they're going to need more time, and basically down here it's saying, well, Sundial is decided to ask for a new auditor, and they said that it's because there's no differences. And please pause the screen, go through here, and you can look at everything I've highlighted. But basically it's saying don't worry about anything. There's 5 key points. We're still going to release everything. We're going to extend this MCTO, and everything's going to be fine. There's no real material change to tell you about. We're going to satisfy all terms and conditions, and there's 5 points down here at the bottom. This has not been any other specified default by the company. The company is not subject to any insolvency proceedings. Basically, everything is okay, but we know that any delays like this could impact the share price, no matter how confident they are that, I mean, obviously there's going to be improvements that need to be made by the company. There's probably things that they weren't doing by the book that they're going to have to, put controls in to fix those things. But ultimately, they're going to have still, I believe, strong financial results. There's not going to be anything super material that has to be fixed that's going to change any big financial numbers, projections, or anything that we would expect. but they're going to need to fix some things. They're probably operating with a low number of staff, really trying to watch and control their costs. They might have to hire some new positions to backfill, to get some more help to help these controls, but it shouldn't take this long. I wouldn't say that this is just going to be a new auditor's or a veteran auditor's responsibility to make sure that this goes smoothly. It's the company's responsibility to respond, make sure that they place this as a priority. And it looks like they're doing that. They're obviously communicating with shareholders, but they're just not finished. So I would say we're going to have to keep this on our watch list just a little bit longer. And let's take a look at the charts. You can see here that I had a line in at 56.90 and it revisited that. It held up strong support. So if you bought at that level, I would say if you just started watching this channel, now I've been in and out of this play a little bit to be completely transparent with you. So at 45 cents, I bought in. I watched this go all the way up to 89 cents and set a stop loss at 80 cents. Didn't want to walk it all the way back, and then I bought back in exactly when I told everybody I would, right under 60 cents. So that's just what I did, but this is not financial advice. You should make your own financial decisions, and I can't stress that enough. I personally believe that Sundial has a strong future, and you should trade this as you see fit. So watch this go back up. I believe that this could test 61.84. Possibly it could get that high. It might not. It might get here at 60.30. You could see these two candlesticks back here on the 12th. Or, it could pull back in the pre-market. We'll have to wait and see what happens. That's all I've got as far as an update. We're going to have to be a little bit more patient, but just believe. Have reasons for investing. This company has that acquisition, which really has me bullish on this stock. So I believe in it, but don't just trust me. Trust yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.